And I think by now everybody should know that this is my go-to moisturizer. Yes, I love them individually. I love them as a combo. They just really do it for me.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Hello vlog. Is that even really appropriate to say in a beauty style video? I don't know, but anyway, I want to talk today about some skincare and makeup favorites that I've had, products that I've been loving, whether it's for a few weeks or for a few months. So let's get caught up on my current favorites. First, we're going to start off with the Génifique Serum from Lancôme. And if the bottle says anything about it, I have been loving this. So the quick story that I have behind this is that I was chosen on a day that I had little to no makeup on to get a hydrofacial from the Lancôme counter, and pretty much that made me fall in love with this because I realized how dehydrated my skin was. And once I put this in combination with my moisturizer, I have had so many compliments on my makeup overall, whether it's when I first put it on, later on in the day like today, or you know, whatever the case is. But this has been my holy grail, and I pretty much have maybe about 3 more uses out of what's left in this jar. So let's give her a round of applause. So since I've been trying to get my skin more even, I started using the Clinique Even Better Clinical Radical Dark Spot Corrector, and it's been, let's say, 3 weeks of consistent use, and I definitely have seen the fading happening. I hope by the time I get to the end of this bottle that I significantly have less, because as you can see, I'm breaking out, but thankfully I'm not squeezing them anymore, so I don't have anything new to treat. So now that the serums are out of the way, we're gonna talk about some moisturizers I have been loving. If you've been here for a while, you have heard me speak about the Moisture Surge 100 Hour. I think by now everybody should know that this is my go-to moisturizer. I probably have spoken about it or shown it in every video that I've done skincare here on my channel, and I love it so much. Every time there's a GWP, I always choose it, and one of these will literally last me 3 weeks. I don't even think I have anything left in this one, but I'm about to break out my full one. I just needed to get through this one first. For this next product, this just launched this summer, and I've been trying my best to test it out to see exactly how I like it. This is the Moisture Surge Broad Spectrum SPF 28, and honestly speaking, as much as I love a good Clinique Moisture Surge, this was not necessarily at the top of my favorites list, only because while I appreciate it as a SPF product, I do not like it as a standalone moisturizer because I do not think that it is as hydrating as it could be. Given what this bad boy does for me, I had a lot of expectations for this, but as much as this is designed for all skin types just like this one, I definitely prefer the way a gel feels on my face versus a cream. So when I use these bad boys together, these are top tier combination, okay? Because summer is wrapping up, I have been transitioning into using, like I said, some more dark spot corrector care. So of course we have another Clinique product, and this one is the Even Better Clinical Brightening Moisturizer. So this one, although it is a cream and it kind of contrasts my views on this particular moisturizer, this cream paired with this is really good for me, and I feel like because I'm using them together, I will definitely get faster results. So at some point, once my skin is nice and clear, I'll let you guys know how I got to that point, if you know anything changes. So of course, after using all of this moisturizer, I definitely want to seal it in with an SPF, and this has been my main SPF for the summer, and this one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen, and this one is SPF 50. I like to layer these two together. I know it seems like I love to put a lot of products on my face, but after realizing how dehydrated my face was, all of these steps proved to be very necessary for my skincare. I've been going through a lot of face wash lately, but one of them that I've been really enjoying is the Philosophy Purity Made Simple One-Step Facial Cleanser. They used to have a turmeric version as well as a charcoal version of this, but they might have discontinued it because I haven't found it. But I've been trying out this trial size, and I definitely believe that I will be having to upgrade because this right here gets makeup off. I like when products are multifunction. So if I have a cleanser that could also remove makeup, so I have that one less step to do at night, yes. By the way, this is not to say I do not use other facial cleansers. This is just the one that I've been loving lately. Speaking of makeup removal, here I have the Dermalogica Precleanse, and on days where I do not feel super lazy and also when I have on a lot of makeup, I like to go in with something that's going to get my makeup moved all in one step. Like, I don't want to have to keep reapplying it. I don't want to clog my sink with this. So I love using this one, but we're not going to pretend like you can't tell already that I'm a beauty junkie. So I like to try multiple things at once to see what I prefer. This one here is a Take the Day Off. This is the cleansing balm from Clinique, and there's a reason she belongs in the favorite. Now I'm going to transition into the makeup skincare hybrid. First in this category, we're going to be talking about primers. So I've been clearly loving the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and we definitely have a few more uses out of this before I need to re-up. What I really love about it is how much it has that good stickiness. My makeup stays in place throughout the day. Even if I get oily, I feel like my skin is not drenched. And that is something I always look into because of my combination skin concern. So in the fall, I like to use a different texture when I'm not as oily. So for that, I love to use the Photo Finish Primerizer Plus Hydrating Primer. This one is definitely everything that is called. It is a great moisturizer with primer abilities, and I usually use more dewy foundations during the fall season, so the fact that this does not make me look excessively oily and it feels so lightweight when I apply it, that makes me love it even more. The last thing that I have to speak about is the Smashbox Photo Finish Enduring Breathable Setting Spray. Now this was something at first that I did not like because of the mist. Like, it has basically a line and then it spreads. So at first I used to hold it a little too close to my face, and then I realized that there's beauty in extending your hand and getting the product all over your face. So I love using this during the fall because it definitely helps not make my face look super matte, because I love a good powder while still having some somewhat dewy skin. So it's like I want a little bit of both, and this helps me get the powders back together to make my skin look more natural. So that officially concludes my skincare makeup hybrid. Now I can actually get into some makeup. For makeup, I think the best place to start is with my foundation base. And for foundation lately, I have been loving the Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and this one is in the shade 500C, as well as the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 25, and this one is in the shade CN 116 Spice. These are definitely different sorts of coverage. Like, this one is a serum foundation, so it's definitely lighter, whereas this one gives me more coverage. And I just want you to take a guess at which one you think I'm wearing today. Okay, maybe you're right. Lately, I've realized that I really enjoy pairing the foundation with its perfect concealer. For the summer, I did a very invigorating class. I learned that a lot of the companies, whenever they make the concealer, it's usually the perfect shade of brightness in most cases. So for example, in the Clinique foundation, if your shade is Spice, then Spice would be your perfect concealer, but it's not necessarily your exact skin tone, it's 2 shades lighter. So ever since then, I try to consider the pairings of foundation with concealer. And so for that, I have my 2 shades of concealer from Lancôme, and this one is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, in the shades 495 and 435. We can get into just a little bit of color. I'm gonna just use what I have in front of me, and one of those things that I have in front of me are blush. Now, I've been trying to get into the liquid blush trend, and of all of the blushes to choose, I chose the ones from Juvia's Place because I know Juvia's Place never disappoints when it comes to complexion products. So I have this one in the shade Barbie Rose, and I also have some other pink shades. So I got them, tried them, love them ever since. And if you guys refer back to my date night makeup tutorial, you'll see that this is a super pigmented blush and it could look real crazy real quick. But I included a hack for you to learn how to tone it down. Next, I have the e.l.f. Putty Blush. Because I like to purchase a lot of makeup, I tend to forget about my collection. And ever since doing a bit of beauty organizing, I try to go into my drawer for every session of makeup as opposed to just having my makeup table, you know, with just my go-to products. That way I could try new things. And recently I rediscovered the e.l.f. Putty Blush, specifically this shade. I really enjoy. I'm gonna have to try the other shades, but it's also kind of out of season at the moment because we're transitioning into fall for real. So this one in the shade Maldives, super gorgeous. I love wearing this on its own or as a duo with my Juvia's Place blush. So if you have any recommendations for a color, let me know. I believe that they do have like a peach-ish sort of shade, but if they do, I'll include it in a future tutorial. These have been my go-to bronzers. This one is going to be the Patrick Star One Size Beauty Made for Shade in the dark trio. And this one is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Mocha Mommy. I love them individually. I love them as a combo. They just really do it for me. The next thing I want to speak about is powders because I love powder. I like to use the Laura Mercier, the Translucent Honey Setting Powder. This one is the Ultra Blur version, and the Bake and Set powder from Morphe in the shade Banana Rich. And I am a little devastated that I'm so close to finishing both of these powders because they have been holding it down all summer for me. And now that we're transitioning into the fall, I definitely need to replenish. So now let's talk about some overall finishing powders. For me, my main go-to has been from Lancôme. This one is a dual finish in my shade 510 Suede C. It's a full coverage powder, so even when I'm not wearing a bunch of makeup, I will still put this on because I love the color that it gives my face overall. And then as a backup to that, I also have another Bake and Set powder, and this one is in the shade Translucent Rich. If you've met me, you know I like to show off my eyelashes. The Lancôme Idole mascara. The other one that I recently discovered, recently fell in love with, and have been telling everyone about is the new Clinique High Impact Hi-Fi Mascara. I'm gonna need all of you who believe that, okay, I don't have enough lashes, to go get this because this is giving you length, volume, and more importantly, it's giving you a lift. Last but not least, let's talk about some lip products. So I definitely just did a lip combination for fall. But before the fall season rolls around, this is what I was using religiously throughout the summer. This viral lipstick, Black Honey, has been in my purse no matter where I've gone. So if I've gone out, it's been in that bag. If I've been going to work, it's been in that bag too. No matter where it was that I went, Black Honey was the shade on my lips. Unless, of course, I chose to wear something else, but 9 times out of 10, it was just the most convenient lip product that I could have ever had in my bag. And of course, I'm wearing the Glossy Posse 5.0 shade Fuchsia Flex from Fenty Beauty on my lips today. But you already know from watching that video that this is a very good combination. So do with that information on what you want. In conclusion of today's video, I am very happy with all of the products that I've been using, and I hope you took the time to hear my thoughts on each and every product. I hope that it was very valuable to you. If so, let me know down below. And if any of these products you've used, whether you've liked it or disliked it, let me know why down below. And I am also very excited because I just got a package. So if you want to see me unbox it and try them for the first time, let me know and I can get it to you sooner rather than later. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciated all of the support up until this point. I feel like I'm just very grateful to be in this space. I'm very motivated trying to maintain my discipline so that I could stay here and get where I want to go at this. And of course, if there's anything you want to let me know down in the comments. Bye.